Some stories are harder to tell than others, and today is one of those moments. We gather with heavy hearts to remember the celebrities who once lit up our screens and lives, but have now left us forever. As we honor their lives and say goodbye, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so their stories continue to be remembered.
Shifty Shellshock, born Seth Binzer, was the lead vocalist of the rap-rock band Crazy Town and the voice behind one of the most recognizable hits of the early 2000s. He was born on August 23, 1974, in Los Angeles, California, and passed away at the age of 49. According to the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner, his death marked the loss of a defining voice of the rap-rock era. Binzer began his music career alongside Brett Mazur, performing under the name the Brimstone Sluggers. Their creative partnership laid the foundation for what would soon become Crazy Town, a band that blended rap, rock, and alternative sounds into a distinctive style that resonated with a new generation of listeners. Crazy Town achieved major success with their debut album The Gift of the Game. While the album introduced the band's sound, it was their third single, Butterfly, released in 2000, that propelled them to global fame. The song became a massive hit, reaching #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and becoming one of the most iconic tracks of its time. Its melodic blend of rap and rock, combined with Binzer's distinctive vocal delivery, made it instantly recognizable. Following their initial success, Crazy Town released a second album before eventually disbanding. However, their story did not end there. The band later reunited, reconnecting with fans and releasing a third album titled The Brimstone Sluggers in 2015, marking a return to their musical roots. Beyond his work with Crazy Town, Binzer pursued solo music and led a side project called Shifty and the Big Shots. His artistic journey reflected both his passion for music and his desire to continue evolving creatively. Throughout his life, Shifty Shellshock faced personal struggles, including ongoing battles with addiction. Despite these challenges, he remained committed to his music and his fans, continuing to perform and create. Shifty Shellshock is remembered as a defining voice of rap rock, an artist whose music captured the spirit of a generation. His song Butterfly remains a timeless anthem, ensuring that his voice and legacy continue to live on through the music he created. Julio Fulio, whose real name was Charles Jones, was a rising Florida rapper known for his raw storytelling and strong connection with fans. He was born on June 21, 1998, in Jacksonville, Florida, and tragically passed away at the age of 26 after being shot in a hotel parking lot in Tampa while celebrating his birthday. His sudden death shocked fans and marked the loss of one of the most talked about young voices in modern hip-hop. Julio Fulio began gaining attention in the late 2010s, emerging from Jacksonville's vibrant rap scene. His breakthrough came with the release of his 2018 single Coming Up, which showcased his honest lyrics and emotionally charged delivery. The track helped introduce him to a wider audience and laid the foundation for his growing career. He continued to build momentum with popular songs such as Crooks and Reach the Top, earning a loyal fanbase drawn to his authenticity and storytelling. His music often reflected his personal experiences and struggles, resonating deeply with listeners who related to his journey. Social media played a major role in Julio Fulio's rise. He built a powerful online presence, gaining over 1.1 million followers on Instagram and nearly 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify. Platforms like YouTube and Instagram allowed him to connect directly with fans and share his music with a global audience. Over the course of his career, Julio Fulio released 10 albums, demonstrating both productivity and artistic growth. His 2024 album Resurrection reflected his continued evolution as an artist and his determination to expand his musical legacy. Despite his young age, Julio Fulio had already made a significant impact on modern hip-hop. His music gave voice to his experiences and connected with fans who saw their own struggles reflected in his lyrics. Julio Fulio is remembered as a talented and driven artist whose life was cut tragically short. His voice, passion, and music continue to live on, ensuring that his legacy remains part of the culture he helped shape. Sarah Becker was an American reality television personality best known for her appearance on MTV's groundbreaking reality series The Real World. She was born in La Jolla, California, and passed away at the age of 52, leaving behind a legacy tied to one of the most influential reality shows in television history. Sarah Becker rose to national attention in 1996 when she became a cast member on the 5th season of The Real World, Miami. The show followed a group of strangers living together in Miami, documenting their daily lives, relationships, and personal struggles. Becker joined castmates including Dan Renzi, Melissa Patterson, Joe Patton, Cynthia Roberts, Flora Alexieva, and Mike Lambert. During her time on the show, Sarah was known for her individuality, authenticity, and strong personality. She worked at a comic book store, which reflected her unique interests and distinguished her from many other reality television personalities of the time. Her presence on the show contributed to the honest and unfiltered storytelling that made The Real World a cultural phenomenon. The Real World was one of the first reality television series to explore real-life issues, relationships, and social dynamics in a documentary-style format. Sarah Becker's participation helped shape an era of television that would influence countless reality programs in the years that followed. Though she later stepped away from the spotlight, Sarah remained remembered by fans as part of a generation of reality television pioneers who helped redefine entertainment. Sarah Becker is remembered as a genuine and memorable personality whose appearance on The Real World, Miami left a lasting impression. Her passing marks the loss of one of the early faces of modern reality television, and her contribution to the genre continues to be recognized by fans and viewers. Barbara Gladstone was a highly influential American art dealer and film producer whose vision helped shape the contemporary art world for decades. She was born on May 21, 1935, in the United States, and became widely respected for her role in promoting groundbreaking artists and establishing major international gallery spaces. Barbara Gladstone passed away at the age of 89 due to a stroke, leaving behind a profound legacy in global, contemporary art. Gladstone began her professional journey as an educator, teaching at Hofstra University. However, her passion for contemporary art led her to make a bold career shift. In 1980, she left teaching to open her own gallery in Manhattan, founding the now-renowned Gladstone Gallery. From its earliest exhibitions, the gallery became known for showcasing innovative and thought-provoking artists, including influential conceptual artist Jenny Holzer. Between 1989 and 1992, Gladstone collaborated with Italian art dealer Christian Stein to establish Stein Gladstone, a Soho-based gallery focused on rare and experimental installation art. This partnership reflected her ongoing commitment to pushing artistic boundaries and supporting emerging talent. Gladstone Gallery gained international attention in 1991 when it hosted Matthew Barney's first solo exhibition in New York, marking a significant moment in contemporary art history. Over the years, the gallery introduced many important international artists to American audiences, helping expand the reach and appreciation of contemporary art. In 1996, Gladstone relocated her gallery to the Chelsea neighborhood of New York, which was rapidly becoming a global center for contemporary art. The gallery expanded to multiple locations, including a major space at 530 West 21st Street in New York and an international presence in Brussels, Belgium. These expansions solidified Gladstone Gallery's reputation as one of the most influential contemporary art institutions in the world. In 2002, Gladstone partnered with art dealer Kurt Marcus, further strengthening the gallery's leadership and global reach. Later, in 2020, the gallery merged with Gavin Brown's enterprise, continuing its evolution and commitment to innovation. Beyond her gallery work, Barbara Gladstone was deeply involved in supporting the arts community. Since 2018, she served on the board of the nonprofit organization Artist Space, helping nurture and promote new generations of artists. Barbara Gladstone is remembered as a visionary leader who helped redefine contemporary art and elevate countless artists to international prominence. Her dedication, insight, and passion transformed the art world, ensuring her legacy will endure for generations. Larry Siedentop was a distinguished American-born British political philosopher whose work reshaped modern understanding of liberalism, democracy, and the origins of individual freedom. He was born on May 24, 1936, in Chicago, Illinois, and became one of the most respected intellectual voices in political philosophy. Larry Siedentop passed away at the age of 88 after a short illness, leaving behind a profound legacy in academic and political thought. Siedentop began his academic journey at Hope College, where he developed a strong interest in philosophy and political ideas. He later earned his master's degree from Harvard University, further refining his intellectual focus. As a prestigious Marshall Scholar, he continued his studies at the University of Oxford, where he completed his PhD, under the mentorship of influential political thinker Isaiah Berlin. His doctoral research explored the ideas of key European philosophers such as Joseph D. Maester and Maine D. Byron, reflecting his deep interest in European intellectual history. Throughout his career, Siedentop became closely associated with Oxford, serving as a research fellow at Nuffield College, Oxford, and spending most of his academic life at Keble College, Oxford. There, he taught and mentored generations of students, helping shape modern scholarship and political philosophy. His teaching and research were widely respected for their clarity, historical depth, and intellectual rigor. Siedentop authored several influential books, including Democracy in Europe, which examine the development and challenges of democratic institutions, and Inventing the Individual, a landmark work exploring the historical roots of individual freedom in Western civilization. His writing offered profound insights into how ideas of liberty and individuality emerged and evolved over centuries. In addition to his academic work, Siedentop contributed essays and commentary to leading publications such as the Financial Times and the Times, where his thoughtful analysis reached a wider public audience. His contributions were widely recognized through prestigious honors. In 2004, he was appointed a Commander of the Order of the British Empire (CB) for his services to political science and higher education. In 2016, he was further honored with a knighthood, becoming Sir Larry Siedentop, in recognition of his lasting influence on political thought and academic scholarship. Even after retiring, Siedentop remained intellectually active, holding visiting positions at universities in the Netherlands, Spain, and Scotland, continuing to share his knowledge and influence global academic discourse. Larry Siedentop is remembered as a brilliant scholar whose work deepened understanding of democracy, liberalism, and the foundations of modern society. His ideas continue to influence students, scholars, and thinkers around the world, ensuring that his intellectual legacy endures for generations. Bob Harris was an iconic American sportscaster affectionately known as the voice of the Blue Devils. He was born on August 22, 1942, in the United States, and became one of the most beloved figures in college sports broadcasting. Bob Harris passed away at the age of 81 from Alzheimer's disease, leaving behind a legendary legacy defined by passion, dedication, and an unmistakable voice that became synonymous with Duke University athletics. Harris joined the broadcast team for Duke University in the mid-1970s and quickly established himself as a powerful and engaging storyteller behind the microphone. His voice captured the emotion and intensity of every moment, making fans feel deeply connected to the action. Over the years, he became inseparable from Duke Blue Devils men's basketball and Duke Blue Devils football, helping shape the identity of Duke athletics through his broadcasts. His commitment to the craft was extraordinary. Harris broadcast for 156 consecutive Duke football games, concluding his football coverage in 2015. His basketball career was even more remarkable, calling 1,358 Duke basketball games before retiring in 2016. In total, he called 1,980 games, a number that reflected not only his longevity but his unwavering dedication to the program and its fans. Throughout his career, Harris covered 41 Atlantic Coast Conference tournament games, 126 NCAA tournament matchups, 13 Final Fours, and 11 national championship games, including 5 NCAA championship victories for Duke. His emotional and passionate calls helped define some of the greatest moments in college basketball history, earning him respect from fans, athletes, and fellow broadcasters alike. Despite his many achievements, Harris remained humble. He often described himself simply as a fan with a microphone, emphasizing his genuine love for the game and the Duke community. His authenticity and enthusiasm made him more than just a broadcaster. He became part of the experience for generations of fans. His contributions were widely recognized through numerous honors. He was inducted into the Stanley County Sports Hall of Fame in 1993 and the North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame in 2006. He was also named North Carolina Sportscaster of the Year 3 times, in 1988, 1991, and 2011, by the National Sportscasters and Sportswriters Association. In 2016, he received one of North Carolina's highest civilian honors, the Order of the Longleaf Pine, presented by Governor Pat McCrory, recognizing his for decades of service. Bob Harris is remembered as more than a broadcaster. He was the voice of an era. His calls brought games to life, turning moments into memories for countless fans. Though he is gone, his voice, passion, and legacy will forever remain part of Duke University's history in the hearts of those who listened. Paul Pressler was an American politician, judge, and religious activist whose influence extended across Texas politics and the Southern Baptist Convention. He was born on June 4, 1930, in the United States, and became a significant figure in both the legal system and conservative religious movements. Paul Pressler passed away naturally at the age of 94, leaving behind a complex and controversial legacy shaped by decades of public service, political involvement, and religious leadership. Pressler first entered public office as a member of the Texas House of Representatives, representing Harris County from 1957 to 1959. At the time, he was elected as a Democrat, reflecting the political alignment of Texas during that era. However, in 1982, he formally switched to the Republican Party, becoming part of a broader political shift that reshaped the American South. His judicial career began in 1970, when he was appointed judge of the 133rd Judicial District Court in Harris County, a position he held for 8 years. His legal career advanced further in 1978, when he was appointed to the Texas 14th Court of Appeals, where he served until 1992. During his time on the bench, Pressler earned recognition for his legal influence and involvement in the Texas judicial system. Beyond his legal career, Pressler became widely known for his central role in the conservative resurgence of the Southern Baptist Convention. Beginning in 1978, this movement reshaped the denomination by promoting theological conservatism and influencing leadership, seminaries, and religious direction nationwide. His efforts made him one of the most influential figures in religious conservative activism during the late 20th century. Pressler also served as president of the Council for National Policy from 1988 to 1990, further expanding his role within conservative political networks. His involvement connected him to broader national discussions about political strategy and ideological influence. However, Pressler's legacy is deeply complicated by serious allegations of sexual misconduct made by multiple individuals. These accusations, including claims from individuals who were minors at the time of the alleged incidents, cast a lasting shadow over his public career and remain a significant part of how his life is remembered. Despite his decades of service in law, politics, and religion, Paul Pressler's life remains a subject of both influence and controversy. He is remembered as a powerful and polarizing figure whose actions shaped institutions and sparked debate. His legacy reflects both his impact on political and religious history and the difficult questions that continue to surround his career. Edward Stone was a pioneering American space scientist whose groundbreaking work helped humanity better understand the solar system and the vast universe beyond. He was born on January 23, 1936, in the United States, and became one of NASA's most respected scientific leaders. Edward Stone passed away at the age of 88 after a short illness, leaving behind an extraordinary legacy that continues to shape modern space exploration. Stone began his scientific career in 1961, conducting cosmic ray research using the Discoverer satellites. His early work demonstrated exceptional promise and quickly established him as a rising figure in astrophysics. Soon after, he joined the California Institute of Technology as a research fellow, becoming a full faculty member in 1967. Over time, he rose through the academic ranks, becoming a professor of physics in 1976, and later earning the prestigious title of Morris Roe Professor of Physics. In addition to his research, Stone played an important leadership role at Caltech. From 1983 to 1988, he served as chair of the Division of Physics, Mathematics, and Astronomy, helping guide major scientific initiatives. He also directed the Space Radiation Laboratory and served as vice president for astronomical facilities. His influence extended internationally through his role as vice chair of the board of directors for the 30-meter telescope, one of the world's most ambitious astronomical observatories. Stone's most defining achievement came in 1972, when he was appointed project scientist for NASA's historic Voyager program. He also served as principal investigator for the Cosmic Ray System experiment aboard both Voyager 1 and Voyager 2. These missions revolutionized human understanding of the outer planets, providing stunning images and data from Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. As Voyager 1 eventually became the first human-made object to enter interstellar space, Stone became the public face of the mission. His enthusiasm, clarity, and passion helped bring the excitement of space exploration to audiences around the world. Throughout his career, He served as principal investigator on 9 NASA missions and co-investigator on 5 others, making him one of the most influential figures in modern space science. Edward Stone is remembered as a visionary scientist whose leadership and curiosity helped expand the boundaries of human knowledge. His work on the Voyager missions ensured that humanity's reach extended beyond the solar system itself. Even today, as the Voyager spacecraft continue their journey into interstellar space, they carry with them the lasting legacy of Edward Stone, a man whose dedication brought humanity closer to the stars. Michael Lovell was a distinguished American engineer, inventor, and university president whose leadership and innovation left a lasting impact on higher education and scientific research. He was born on March 20, 1967, in the United States, and became widely respected for his contributions to engineering and academic leadership. Michael Lovell passed away at the age of 57 from sarcoma, leaving behind a powerful legacy defined by vision, compassion, and dedication to education. Lovell is best known for serving as the president of Marquette University, a position he held from 2014 until his passing in 2024. His appointment was historic, as he became the first lay president in the university's history, which had previously been led exclusively by Catholic clergy. Despite this milestone, Lovell embraced the Jesuit mission deeply, earning admiration for his commitment to service, academic excellence, and student development. Under his leadership, Marquette experienced major growth in research programs, campus development, and student success initiatives. Before joining Marquette, Lovell served as chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, becoming the institution's 8th chancellor in 2011. His leadership strengthened academic programs, expanded research opportunities, and built partnerships with industries and government organizations. He had previously joined the university in 2008 as dean of its engineering school and later served as interim chancellor, demonstrating his ability to guide institutions through important transitions. Earlier in his career, Lovell was a professor and associate dean for research at the University of Pittsburgh's Swanson School of Engineering. His work as a researcher and educator earned widespread recognition. He published over 100 engineering journal articles, contributed to numerous academic publications, and co-authored the textbook Tribology for Scientists and Engineers, which became an important resource in his field. Lovell's research focused on materials science, manufacturing, and energy technologies. His work attracted nearly $30 million in research funding, demonstrating both its importance and impact. He was awarded 7 U.S. patents and held 14 provisional patents, highlighting his commitment to innovation and scientific advancement. In recognition of his achievements, he was inducted into the National Academy of Inventors in 2013, one of the highest honors for academic inventors. As president of Marquette University, Lovell became known not only for his academic accomplishments, but also for his personal qualities. He was admired for his humility, compassion, and dedication to helping students succeed. His leadership reflected a deep commitment to education and the belief that universities should serve both their students and their communities. Michael Lovell is remembered as a visionary leader whose work transformed institutions and inspired countless students, colleagues, and researchers. His contributions to engineering, innovation, and higher education continue to influence future generations, ensuring that his legacy endures far beyond his lifetime. Lynn Conway was a pioneering American computer scientist, electrical engineer, and transgender activist whose innovations helped shape the foundation of modern computing. She was born on January 2, 1938, in the United States, and became one of the most influential figures in microchip design and computer architecture. Lynn Conway passed away at the age of 86 from a heart attack, leaving behind a remarkable legacy of scientific achievement and personal courage. Conway began her early career at IBM in the 1960s, where she made a groundbreaking contribution to computer processor design. She invented generalized dynamic instruction handling, a key advancement that enabled out-of-order execution, a technique now used in nearly all modern processors to improve speed and efficiency. This innovation played a critical role in enhancing computing performance and remains essential to modern microprocessor architecture. However, in 1968, Conway faced a major personal and professional challenge when IBM terminated her employment after she revealed her intention to undergo gender transition. Despite this setback, she demonstrated extraordinary resilience by restarting her career under her new identity, rebuilding her professional life step by step. She began working as a contract programmer at Computer Applications, Inc., and later joined Memorex, where she worked as a digital system designer and computer architect from 1969 to 1972. Her talent and expertise quickly re-established her reputation in the field. In 1973, Conway joined the renowned research center Xerox PARC, where she led the influential LSI Systems Group. There, she played a central role in launching the Meade-Conway chip design revolution, a transformative breakthrough in very large-scale integrated LSI microchip design. This revolution simplified chip design and made it accessible to universities and companies worldwide, accelerating innovation across the technology industry. Her work helped establish the modern infrastructure for semiconductor manufacturing, including electronic design automation tools and the foundry-based chip production model that remains the backbone of today's global technology ecosystem. These advancements contributed to the rise of major technology companies and countless high-tech startups during the 1980s and 1992. In 1978, Conway further advanced computing education as a visiting associate professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. There, she taught a groundbreaking chip design course based on the Meade-Conway methodology. This course became the foundation for chip design education worldwide, influencing generations of engineers and researchers. Beyond her technical achievements, Lynn Conway became an important advocate for transgender visibility and rights. Her openness about her experiences later in life helped inspire and empower others, making her not only a scientific pioneer but also a symbol of resilience and courage. Lynn Conway is remembered as a visionary innovator whose work helped build the modern digital world. Her contributions to computing, education, and social progress continue to influence technology and society, ensuring her legacy will endure for generations.
Tony LoBianco was a celebrated American actor whose powerful performances in film, television, and theater made him one of the most respected performers of his generation. He was born on October 19, 1936 in Brooklyn, New York, and passed away at the age of 87, leaving behind a remarkable career that spanned more than 6 decades. LoBianco rose to international fame with his unforgettable role as Sal Boca in the Oscar-winning film The French Connection. The movie became a major success, winning the Academy Awards for Best Picture and Best Director, and remains one of the most influential crime films ever made. His performance in the film earned widespread praise and established him as a serious and talented actor. He further demonstrated his acting depth in the critically acclaimed film The Honeymoon Killers, where he portrayed the notorious Lonely Hearts Killer Raymond Fernandez. Acting alongside Shirley Stoller, LoBianco delivered a chilling and memorable performance that became a defining moment in his career. Throughout his career, Tony LoBianco appeared in more than 100 films, showcasing his versatility across many genres. Some of his notable roles included appearances in Blood Brothers, starring alongside Richard Gere, City Heat with Clint Eastwood, and Kill the Irishman alongside Ray Stevenson. His final film appearance came in the 2022 comedy Somewhere in Queens, directed by Ray Romano, marking the end of a long and successful acting journey. In addition to his film work, LoBianco was deeply involved in theater. In 1983, he earned a Tony Award nomination for his role as Eddie Carbone in the Broadway revival of A View from the Bridge, written by legendary playwright Arthur Miller. His performance was widely praised and demonstrated his exceptional talent on stage. Tony LoBianco is remembered as a powerful and dedicated actor whose performances brought depth and realism to every role he played. His contributions to film, television, and theater left a lasting impact, and his legacy continues to live on through the unforgettable characters he brought to life.
Brad Pitt has recently spoken openly about a deeply personal and often misunderstood neurological struggle that has affected his life for many years. The acclaimed actor, known for his charismatic screen presence and global fame, revealed that he believes he suffers from prosopagnosia, commonly known as face blindness. This condition makes it extremely difficult for him to recognize faces, even those of people he has met multiple times or interacted with personally. Although Pitt has not yet received an official medical diagnosis, his repeated experiences over decades have led him to strongly suspect that he lives with this condition. Prosopagnosia is a neurological disorder that affects the brain's ability to recognize faces. For someone like Brad Pitt, whose career involves constant interaction with people, public appearances, and social networking, this condition can create unexpected emotional and social challenges. Pitt has explained in interviews, including a candid conversation with GQ magazine, that he often fails to recognize individuals he has previously spoken to or worked with. These situations can lead to awkward and uncomfortable moments, especially when the other person assumes he is deliberately ignoring them or acting distant. He described how people sometimes interpret his behavior as arrogance, indifference, or lack of respect. In reality, the issue is not intentional, it is neurological. Pitt explained that he often tries to explain his condition to others, but doing so can sometimes make the situation even more uncomfortable. Many people struggle to understand how someone could genuinely fail to recognize a familiar face. As a result, Pitt has occasionally felt misunderstood and unfairly judged, despite his efforts to be polite and respectful. Over time, these experiences have affected his social confidence. Pitt has admitted that he sometimes prefers to stay home rather than attend large social gatherings, parties, or industry events. The fear of unintentionally offending someone by failing to recognize them creates anxiety and emotional stress. For a global celebrity whose career relies heavily on public interaction, this presents a unique and often isolating challenge. Despite these difficulties, Pitt has expressed deep gratitude toward people who understand his situation. He appreciates individuals who approach him with patience and empathy, rather than assuming negative intentions. He has acknowledged that having supportive friends, colleagues, and collaborators makes a significant difference in helping him navigate social environments more comfortably. Medical experts confirm that prosopagnosia is a real and scientifically recognized neurological condition. It occurs due to disruptions in the brain regions responsible for facial recognition, particularly areas within the temporal and occipital lobes. The severity of the condition varies widely from person to person. Some individuals may only struggle to recognize acquaintances, while others may fail to recognize close friends, family members, or even their own reflection in extreme cases. People living with prosopagnosia often develop alternative coping mechanisms. They may rely on recognizing voices, hairstyles, body language, clothing, or contextual clues instead of facial features. Brad Pitt has likely developed similar strategies throughout his life, although he has not publicly detailed all of them. These coping mechanisms help individuals function in daily life, but they do not eliminate the underlying neurological challenge. One of the most difficult aspects of prosopagnosia is its invisibility. Unlike physical disabilities, it is not immediately obvious to others. This invisibility often leads to misunderstanding and misinterpretation. People may assume the affected individual is unfriendly, distracted, or arrogant. For someone as famous as Brad Pitt, this misunderstanding can be amplified by public perception and media scrutiny. Pitt has also shared that he is interested in undergoing formal neurological testing to confirm whether he officially has prosopagnosia. Receiving a diagnosis could provide clarity and validation for his experiences. It would also help raise awareness about the condition and reduce stigma surrounding neurological disorders that affect social interaction. By speaking publicly about his struggles, Brad Pitt is helping bring attention to an often overlooked neurological condition. His openness highlights an important reality. Even individuals who appear confident, successful, and socially skilled can face hidden cognitive challenges. His willingness to share his experiences encourages understanding and compassion for others who may be dealing with similar conditions. Prosopagnosia affects millions of people worldwide, yet many remain undiagnosed. Some individuals may go their entire lives without realizing that their difficulty recognizing faces is due to a neurological condition rather than a personal shortcoming. Public figures like Brad Pitt play an important role in increasing awareness and helping others feel less alone in their experiences. Pitt's honesty also reflects his resilience and self-awareness. Despite the challenges he faces, he has maintained one of the most successful acting careers in Hollywood. He has built strong professional relationships, delivered iconic performances, and remained a respected figure in the entertainment industry. His condition has not defined his abilities or limited his achievements. His story serves as a powerful reminder that neurological differences do not diminish a person's value, talent, or humanity. Instead, they highlight the complexity of the human brain and the importance of empathy and understanding in social interaction. Brad Pitt continues to move forward with strength, openness, and determination. By sharing his experience, he not only sheds light on prosopagnosia, but also encourages a broader conversation about invisible neurological conditions. His courage in discussing this personal challenge helps create greater awareness, compassion, and respect for those facing similar struggles around the world.